Good morning, students. I am Dr.R.Suganya, Department of Computer Science with Cybersecurity. Today, we are going to see about the introduction of C programming. So, in five pillar stage, the first pillar in design thinking is empathize. The reason behind here is the beginners who wants to learn programming face difficulties in understanding the syntax, logic, and the program execution. In defined stage, mainly the students need to identify the problem that is behind the programming concepts. They have to read easily, write simple programs effectively using the C language. And about C, C is a general purpose programming language created by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs in 1972. It is popular because it is fast, widely supported, and helps to understand how program works. And the main reason for its popularity is because it is fundamental language in the field of computer science. So C is closely connected to UNIX because much of UNIX was written in C programming. So what is C used for? C is often used to create programs that needs to run fast and work closely with computer. So operating systems such as parts of Windows, Linux and Mac OS program inside device like cars, TVs and home electronic software needs to be very fast, including the database and system tools. So the game engines and programs also handle C with core libraries and other programming language that rely on. Okay. So the main syntax example here is hash include stdio.h and int main function and then printf hello world inside the double brackets and return 0. Okay, so stdio.h standard input output header file. The hash is a preprocessor and the int is a data type and main is a function. Okay, and now the statement here, the always a statement will be here with the syntax printf within the parenthesis double quotations hello world, simple statement. So most C programs contain more than one statement. Okay, so statements are executed one by one in the same order as they are written. So in C programming we can have many statements like this printf statements in order to display the statements. Okay, so anything can be displayed by within the double quotations using the printf statements. Okay, so statements are executed one by one. Okay, so most C programs contain more than one statements. In a program there could be many number of printf statements. Okay, it could be any number of or n number of printf statements. Okay, and next comes output for this particular the above syntax is hello world return 0 will, that is a hello world will be printed. Okay, so with the we have here is the header file, the function name, the statements and the return statement. Okay, so here the output prints as hello world. Okay, and here the mind map of intro in C programming. So main thing is of C programming intro today. So what is a main program, main statements or main concepts behind this intro of the C programming here is like introduction. We have seen it developed by Dennis Ritchie in the year 1972 in Bell Labs. So what are the features here is it is very simple, portable, fast, structured and efficient. So these are the main features of C programming. Okay, so introduction of C programming features and applications that we are used is like operating system and embedded software games. Software games and operating systems are the main applications that we are going to use here. And what will be the basics of C programming here is that we are going to use here in the programming is variables, data types, constants, keywords, operators. So variables that we can see many, there are very many variables that we'll be using. Data types like integers, floats, all that, constants that we cannot change during the execution of the programs. And there are some keywords that is constantly used like printf, scanf, main functions. Okay. And next comes the program structure. always will be header files as like hash include, okay, and main functions, and then we'll have like declarations, okay, like variable declarations or constants, and statements like printf, okay. And next comes the input output statements. So example, we have seen printf statements, like likewise we'll be using like scanf to read the particular variable or to read a particular input, okay. And next comes a control statement. We'll be using like if else loop switch statements. And next comes the functions like user defined functions, library functions, and recursion statements, okay. And next will be like advanced topics will be included like arrays, pointers, structures, file handling, and dynamic memory. So these are the main mind map of intro of the C programming, okay. Thank you.